when we last left our brave, bold series of adventurers, they were leading Gronthrax the Heartless on a quote-unquote quest to some tombstone fairies.
Yes. Yep. Meredith and Selena went in to negotiate while
Yes.
Harlan and Psalm were watching through Harlan's scope, and Cass and Mary pacing a hole in the ground.
Right, Selena comes back before invisibility drops, and she's just like, okay, gang, here's what we're gonna do. Meredith is gonna lead Gromthrax over to the mausoleum. We need to get there before she does to let the Tombborn know to send the Duke to whack this asshole. Do we have anything that'll help us move quicker than an angry Minotaur?
Yeah, well, the thing is that Meredith is leading them, so we don't have to go that fast.
Meredith can get lost, as she's apt to do.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, she also did mark the location on Gromthrax's map, so if she takes a wrong turn, it'll be kind of obvious.
But like the issue is like he is going to be moving fast, and in the world of Nikolai Holt, the world doesn't slow down. You have to speed up.
I can cast Fly. Does that make us fast enough?
That'll help.
Right, moving as the crow flies is always faster.
Subject flies at a speed of 60 feet.
Unfortunately, you're in what would be considered rough terrain for flight, and it only lasts for a minute per level.
I mean, I can move pretty fast. Through the woods, I could go ahead of you guys, and maybe get there before Minotaurs.
That sounds good. See falling damage if something bad happens. Oh no. Fucking in unison. Great spell description, by the way.
In case of emergency, falling damage.
Oh no. But yeah, Cass, you've got that quick movement speed from being a barbarian, right?
Blood Rager, but yeah. Yeah, so I have a 40 normally.
Okay, you'll be able to meet pace with Gromthrax.
Yeah. Okay. I also do know the way, which could help.
Can we literally not have a head start because we're leaving technically before him, or did he leave immediately?
Oh, he left immediately. He grabbed some people, got his shit, and left.
Okay, I better go.
Oh, wait. His description says that he's got armor. Let me see what sort of armor he's got.
Check penalty.
That's weird. It does not say. Oh, there we go.
Alright, switching my device.
Ooh, how about those mithril breastplates?
I think that'll reduce 5 feet.
Nope, it reduces nothing.
Yep, mithril is pretty good. Got the same thing.
Oh, right, yeah. Because it counts as a lower weight class.
Yep.
Agile mithril breastplate is my favorite starting gear if I can afford it in a campaign.
That's also my band name.
Guys, have any of you read the Cagery Preservation Society? It's I'm still like only a third into it, but it's pretty funny.
Sweet.
the band name thing came up with regards to Edwards and Engorged Cloaca.
That's a great band name.
That's a great band name.
Cannot deny it.
Fantastic.
All right. So I assume the rest of the party is going to travel, but is there anything that they can do to try to keep up? You can try to force march if you want.
Literally the only other thing I can do is cast haste, which would
Doesn't
not be very helpful for very long,
Nah, that's
and it
around
wouldn't
the
help
level.
fast. Yeah.
I can make myself a little faster by raging, but then I'll get slower.
Right, but then you'll fucking eat shit and snooze.
Yep. So it's not worth it.
Let me figure out what the rules for forced marching are. Movement. See forced march below. A day of normal walking is a character walking for 8 hours. For each hour of marching beyond 8 hours, a constitution check is required. If the check fails, the character takes 1d6 points of non-lethal damage. A character who takes any non-lethal damage from a forced march becomes fatigued. Eliminating the non-lethal damage also eliminates the fatigue. It's possible for a character to march into unconsciousness by pushing himself too hard. Okay.
Is there a save for the taking the non-lethal damage?
Yes, it's a constitution. Well, it's not a save. It's a constitution check. So it's rock.
Let's check. Okay.
Yeah, the only thing I've got going on is like some sprint abilities as gunslinger.
Of course. Gromthrax is gonna push himself for 3 hours. Meredith, because he is quicker than you, you will be expected to...
Force march as well.
Yeah, but force march even more. So he had to make 3 saves, so you'll have to make 4 saves. One extra for every 3 he makes.
It's con, right?
Yep.
How long does alter self?
The DC goes up every time you succeed. Every time you make the check, whether you succeed or fail.
Okay. Okay. Well, unfortunately, my first one is very high. I'll put them in. Not great. Number 3. Better. Much. It's okay. I only had one bad one.
Ooh. You take 4 points of non-lethal damage, and you become fatigued.
That's fine. Fatigued is a -2 to my strength. I was looking this up earlier.
Cass, do you also force march or no?
I'll force march for how many hours is it?
He forced march for 3 hours. Because of your speed, you only have to match his number of forced marches.
And I'll get there ahead of him.
Probably. Maybe.
I'll force march for... Oh, yeah. Ay. This is Rawcon, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What's the target?
The target is... So the target for the first roll is 10. The target for the second roll is 12. And then it goes up by 2 every time you roll.
Okay, let's see. What is my con?
The age-old question.
Oh, maybe this wasn't a good idea. Okay. Oh, good. I think that's right.
Yep.
10, 12. Oh, close.
13,
14, 6.
16.
Yes.
I
Make
beat
it.
it. I
You-
beat it by 1.
You barely kept ahead of the curve.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ, you're so fucking tired. But you rest for the night in the knowledge that you'll have to do this again tomorrow.
But I should be a little bit ahead at this point.
Yes.
Oh, it's 2 days away?
Yes. Jesus Christ.
Okay, 1 day passes. Do I get 8 hours of rest?
You will get 8 hours of rest. The Minotaur Lord does not sacrifice his nap time.
Cool.
That being said, Meredith, give me 4 more Constitution rolls.
Yep. But I'm no longer fatigued.
No.
So that's good. God damn it.
Oh, what about the others?
What about the other what?
The other players.
Me and
Harlan.
Other player characters? They didn't say they were forced marching.
No.
Nah,
I wouldn't.
They're just taking
I
their
would-
route.
I wouldn't make it very far if I did that. It'd just be worse for everyone involved if I did that. So.
Oh boy.
It's fine, we'll push ourselves.
So
Alright.
one more
And
player.
Harlan's not about to leave Psalm.
Alright, Meredith, you take 2 points of non-lethal damage. Oh, fuck
Okay.
your bones. Fucking, oh man, let me see if I can find it.
And fatigued again.
Yes.
All right. I'll do 3, I guess, this time. Right.
I can't find the exact image that I'm looking for, but this will have to do.
I think I might be stupid. I literally could have summoned horses.
I've got some
Oh.
bad news. Pip.
You got that spell? I thought you didn't have it.
Well, no, I can summon multiple with my spell-like ability, can't I?
The summon
They don't
creature.
last for
They-
very
they-
long.
They don't last long.
Yeah.
This,
like
do
minutes.
they summon? Don't they last for like hours per level? Or
Ooh,
no?
it's minutes.
Minutes. Oh, okay. Never mind then.
But say the class
Yeah.
feature gives you minutes and the spell gives you rounds.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Steed is a really nice spell.
It's good for like quick
Blood
getaways.
Spire.
Yes.
Yep.
That being said, so how many days did I say that it take?
Two.
Two.
This is the second day.
Okay, so Cass, you're able to get to the mausoleum scarce hours before the Minotaurs are gonna show up. What do you do?
Fuck, I have to talk to these assholes. Crap. All right. Is the Duke there?
The Duke is indeed hanging out outside.
Hey, are you the type of thing that talks?
Yep.
Okay. So you remember? Did your bosses tell you about the deal that we made?
Yep.
So the guy we found was kind of big, so we're having him come to you, and he may be under the impression that he needs to like get rid of you guys in order to find the great treasure. And just thought I'd give you fair warning.
Give me a delicious diplomacy roll.
No.
Fuck. What is my diplomacy?
-1. No.
No. Diplomacy is actually surprisingly good. Didn't roll all that, but well enough, I suppose.
Oh boy. So he looks at you and just says, "Okay, here's the thing. If this guy shows up and kills me and then kills my bosses, that means I'm free. So, that's real fucking neato, but if they don't tell me to shoot or do anything, I'm not gonna do it."
All right, let me go talk to them. Hopefully they're around.
Good luck with that.
I go look for the little mini graveyard gremlin folk.
You open up the door to the mausoleum and they are fucking hopping off the walls down there. It looks like they're hot off the heels of an 8-hour sugar binge.
Hey guys, I'm back. My friends are a little lagging, a little behind. We brought the heart that you wanted. It's coming sort of under its own power and maybe trying to kill you. We'll definitely help prevent that. But just thought I'd give you a fair warning. They'll be here in a couple hours.
Yes, you will fight them. You will fight them to the death. And then, when you die, we will take your body too.
Yeah, he's coming actually to kill you guys and your, your other vessel. And so your other vessel said that if you don't tell him to actually fight, he might just stand there and let himself get hacked to pieces, so that you get hacked to pieces.
Okay, interesting.
So
You're not a bad negotiator, but let me up you this one. What if we die and make it so no one can open the door to Fairyland?
that'd be kind of unfortunate. Yeah.
Ooh, well, I mean, you best get your ass in gear and axe fight a minotaur to the death. Or, we'd have to die. And they look at each other and they're just like, oh no, what a tragedy. Oh no, we'll die. Ugh.
Point being, it would be best if you tell your guy to actually try to defend you too, just in case.
Ooh, not a bad idea. But maybe you shouldn't have opened up with threats. And the other one's like, you moron. And they tag team you with insults. Like, you moron, you imbecile, you juvenile buffoon.
What do you mean? I didn't threaten you.
Oh no, the big bad minotaur is gonna come and kill us if we don't do something. Oh geez, you're gonna have to do something about that. Oh, you've got a great crypt. Shame if something should happen to it. Those are called threats. Anyone who says otherwise hasn't been involved in the mafia as much as we have. Where do you think those bodies go?
Well, anyway, we're bringing the heart as agreed.
Cool. You best get ready to fight if you want what you want.
Mm.
Nice try, cast.
Mm-hmm. Huh. It was a good idea. Oh, see if he's not going to defend himself.
Nope, because he wants to die.
Yeah. But I suppose I could just be an asshole and not fight until he gets destroyed. Yeah, I'll probably do that.
So, Cass, what do you do?
I'm gonna find a good vantage point, not far from where the Duke is, and just make a blind and wait for him to arrive.
Give me that beautiful stealth roll.
Okay. I've actually put points into stealth.
But do Minotaurs put points in perception?
Probably.
I think we've
Shockingly-
we talked about this last time, and the answer is no.
No. The thing is, they do have points in perception. They don't have points in athletics. That's the thing that drives me crazy.
Because they have a low intelligence, right? So they get 4 like -2, right? Or
Yeah,
something
they
like
get
that.
they get 2 skill points per level, and the default as established
Damn
by the Monsters Manual says that they put points in perception and survival. All bonuses they have to stealth or intimidate are racial or circumstantial.
Sorry, guys. I keep on my dice keep on bouncing all over. All right, there we go.
On the Oregon Trail, no one dies of old age.
Except for the people who make it to Oregon.
I don't think they die of old age either. Now, the wackiest Oregon Trail story I ever heard is someone starting the game had a character drown in the Blue River.
Oh, by the way, do I get any bonuses for preparation time?
You have scarce hours. How do you wish to use them?
I was just thinking of creating some sort of blind.
I am not familiar with the concept of blind as a
Like
noun.
when you're hunting, you make a hunter's blind, like a little camouflaged area to sit behind and watch for deer
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. The thing about the Blue River is that it's only 4 feet deep. So
Dear
this-
God.
So this person who drowned in the Blue River was unwilling to stand up.
Here's an example of a blind.
Ooh, okay.
It can be artificial too, but you can make it out of sticks and
Yeah.
leaves.
Yeah, you can just move some shit into a place that looks good. If that's the case, I think that's a survival roll, and it will augment your stealth roll. The average depth of the Blue River is 4 feet 8 inches. So, yeah. Drowning in the river, pretty difficult.
How old was this person who drowned in the river?
Middle-aged. Like, everybody in the Oregon Trail is just, like, generically
Oh, okay,
middle-aged.
because I was like, if it's a child, that's kind of understandable.
Right, no, it's just, like, generic, no-name brand human being just fucking tripped, fell, and said, leave me.
This is where I die. This is where I want to die.
This is where it's over. Alright, so
Maybe it's a Harfoot that's been left behind.
So the survival roll will give you a +4 bonus on your stealth for a total of 27.
Okay.
Now, Meredith, what exactly was the lie you told him? What is he supposed to find here?
He's supposed to find the
Spear.
spite vessel.
Oh yeah.
The spite arc.
Right. Right. The legendary artifact, which could be anywhere. Right. The joke was, joke's on you. He's wielding the spite arc. So he shows up, and he just looks at the Duke, and is just like, "Is this the home of the spite arc?" And he's just like, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about."
In Infernal, of course he would say that. He's lying.
Give me a delicious bluff roll or I don't know which this is, because you're not necessarily bluffing, but at the same time, I feel like diplomacy is better for malicious advice. Either, whichever is higher.
It's bluff, which is a 30.
Got him.
Meow.
He rolls his pitiful sense motive and rolls very poorly.
I feel sympathy.
He has precious few skill points. I understand why sense motive wouldn't be a priority.
No. He doesn't. Nobody lies to him. They're all too afraid to.
I have good skill points. It's just I have so many things I have to spend them on. It's annoying.
Who needs to know if someone's telling the truth when if you find out they're lying, you just rip out their throat.
Yeah, no problem. So he asks again. He's like, "Now, see here, wild man. Is the spike arc here or not?" And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." He's like, "Very well then. If you continue to lie, then I will have to destroy you." And he's like, "Okay, sick." And
Destroy me.
In his 3 minutes, our friends fucking rip the Duke limb from limb.
Oh, do they begin combat?
Yes.
When the bodyguard initiates combat, I would like him to make a will save for me, please.
Oh man. Ooh. Fuck.
DC 15.
Ooh. Those natural ones are a motherfucker. What happens?
Murderous
My bones.
command. He attacks Gromthrax
Ah!
instead.
The bones.
Oh wow. These 3d6 great axes. 22 against a flat-footed opponent. Ooh! Ooh, that feeling win. Minotaurs do not have a flat-footed armor class. They cannot be caught flat-footed. That just doesn't happen. Still, it's an attack. So that occurs, and your bodyguard meets to beat.
Damn.
On a hit, and he does 17 damage. All right, everybody, give me some initiative rolls.
How far back are me and Harlan?
Hours.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Uh,
so it doesn't. So we don't roll. We don't participate. I guess
Sorry, guys.
that's okay. We were very slow.
it
Plus
is
4.
initiative. Oh, let's see.
Well then, okay.
Ooh,
Damn. Okay. Think you have a higher dex than me. Certainly.
Cassandra goes first, both because of Dex and alphabetical order. So you doing this, Meredith, this is surprise round shit. Give me a minute. I need to turn on the lights. And maybe get a fan. It's fucking hot.
Does
yeah.
your art
My
still have the heat on in the middle of summer?
intent for the surprise round was to ping a couple of arrows into Gromthrax. You know what? What's the point? I'm just gonna screaming leap. I'll have to take the charge penalty at some point.
That's fine. I need you in here. I don't have as many hit points as I'd like.
Hmm.
Murderous command only works for 1 round.
Oh, this is gonna get ugly.
Okay. Gromthrax gets hit for 15 points of damage. Time to do basic math. Here comes the boy.
Hello, boy. Here he comes. He is here.
Alright, so that's the surprise round. Cass, you go next.
Okay. Oh, I don't get a surprise action.
Yeah, sure, if you want.
Okay. I'm going to scream and leap.
Ah!
Charge in, break cover, and come out howling with my falchion
Sick.
because I'm Cass. So I'll use my. Actually, it's a free action to start to rage. This may be the only attack I get. Um. $24 hit this guy.
You definitely hit him.
Okay, that's good.
Wrong chat, by the way. Guess.
Oh, oops.
Whoa.
How did I end up? Yeah. Hate.
Hey, you hit.
Drink. Plus 17. Ugh.
24 damage.
Oh, and I'll use a free action to try to intimidate this guy.
Go for it.
Didn't work so well last time I tried this on one of these guys. Yeah, I rolled like crap. Ah.
Ooh, I am gonna go with this fella is not intimidated.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I rolled a 6.
You did, however, get his attention. That being
Oh,
said,
fuck.
so Cass and Meredith, you each get another round.
Oh, thank God.
You go
Where's
first.
Mary?
Hmm?
Yeah, Mary
Where's
could have kept up. She's a monk.
Yeah, you didn't ask her to.
Oh. Oh, would have been handy.
It would have been.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm not gonna make your NPCs do things.
Mhm. All right. I guess I'm going first. Do I get a full attack on this?
If you're right next to him, you get to make a full attack if you so desire to do so.
I'm hasted and blurred, by the way.
Alrighty then.
Okay. First attack. Um. Jesus. Does that 20 hit?
A 20 does not hit.
And then my last attack, my haste attack. Let's see how that does. Let's try this level. Oh. So that's a... Um...
A 31 hits.
And that's a potential crit.
Roll to confirm.
And...
confirms.
Okay. Let's see how this goes. Oh, what about that freaking D4 go? Alright.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
That's Cass's turn. Meredith, your turn.
All right. I'm going to fully draw my Blood Iron halberds and flank with Cass.
Alrighty then.
I have 2 attack. No, wait, I have to move. So I have 1 attack, so it's going to be a power attack.
Sounds good.
Okay. I believe that hits.
Oh, you weren't in melee range with him before.
I don't think I was. I was farther away than a 5-foot step would allow, I imagine.
Yes.
Okay. So I rolled a natural 19 plus 13 plus 2 from flanking is a total of 34.
That hit.
That hits. For a total of 6. It's 14. So 20 points of slashing damage. Yep.
And he dies.
Okay.
But his guard remains.
I was mainly worried about Maze. When you said I had drawn his attention, I was like, fuck.
Oh no, he was just gonna beat you to death.
Oh,
He
okay.
does
That's-
3d6 plus 24 damage on a hit.
Mhm.
And he gets times
That-
3 crits.
That'll be bad.
I am going to turn to the Minotaur guard and say in Infernal, you have 1 chance to run.
Give me a beautiful intimidate roll.
Gladly.
Can I assist with the intimidation?
No.
14 plus 14 is 28.
28. Yeah, no, he says, well, I mean, when you put it that way. I will need to take his axe, though, or his armor. One or the other.
Take the armor.
Then he just fucking bows. And just strips his armor off and leaves. What of the Spidarch? What of it? I killed Gromthrax and now I am the chieftain. Look at this shattered armor. 'Twas me who dealt the killing blow.
His own weapon is wet with his blood.
Yep. Oh man. Got him.
It's almost like I gave this guy a perfect opportunity to ascend.
Huh?
I hope he remembers the wolf-helmed woman that helped him achieve leadership.
That's a distinct possibility.
Mm-hmm.
But after Gromthrax goes down like a fucking bitch, the Duke just shouts over to you and says, "Now toss his corpse in the crapper. What were you bitching about?"
It's just a lot easier
That all
having.
went incredibly according to plan. I don't know what you're talking about.
Your sister came here saying that I should be the one who does the dirty work.
Well, it seemed like a good idea.
It
That's
wasn't a
insulting.
bad idea, but I mean, you got a really weird way of trying to get people to do shit.
No, I thought you still had some sense of self-preservation. Jeez.
I don't.
Grab a limb and help me drag.
When you get resurrected as many times as I do, there is no self-preservation. Fuck, I don't think there's any self anymore. There is neither self nor preservation.
Give me a sec. I'll be ready in a minute.
Yeah, catch your breath.
It's 4 rounds of fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whew, got my breath back. Oh, this guy's freaking huge. All right.
Yes.
Which end do you want?
He is indeed very heavy.
I'll take the head.
Let's see if I can find a weight for these guys. Nothing
big.
holds a grudge like a minotaur.
Cass is not raging. She can. Yeah, she's got around a 300-pound.
I do not. I will be dragging my half of the Minotaur.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Do you understand that the little Tombborn down there can bring me back to life whenever they want?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm their corpse puppet. Forever.
Well, kind of thought that they would want you to stay around so that this guy wouldn't come and try to hack them up.
Oh,
But-
no. Okay. I've learned a thing or two about the fairy life cycle. The only thing easier to resurrect than corpses are fairies. They come back to life all the fucking time. They're perennial or some shit.
Oh well. Well, at least it solved the problem of getting the body here.
True.
It would have been a real pain to drag him all this way.
You're not wrong. Something cattle drive. The most he'll do to help is like when you bring the Gromthrax's corpse over to the precipice, the Duke just fucking boots him down. What's that Christmas movie?
Oh, Christmas
Oh,
story.
like-
yeah,
Christmas
fucking
Story.
Christmas Story style.
Ho,
just fucking
ho, ho.
right, boot on face down slide. And you can hear the frantic, tittering giggles of fairies within.
We didn't say anything about leaving this axe here. It might, it's a little too big for us, but we'd probably sell it.
Exactly.
I mean, he's probably gonna want it back when he gets back up. But I mean, like, you could just put him. If he doesn't have it, you can just kill him. Then again, he is wielding that double crossbow, so I guess he'll get to keep that and make another axe. I don't give a shit. Wait, sorry, I suddenly remembered. I don't give a fuck about anything. Ugh,
Being
a corpse-
dead does that.
Being a corpse puppet sucks. If you ever have the option to be brought back to life and dominated by one of these things, refuse. Not saying that you get an option. Unlike most raised dead spells, what they do doesn't ask your consent. It just happens.
Cold iron doesn't help, anything like that.
I mean, maybe? I don't know. Do I look like a fucking magician to you?
Where are the others? I say to Cass.
I was about to say, like, I hope you're not
Oh.
asking the Duke. He doesn't fucking know.
No, fuck no. I'm ignoring him.
Kind of had a force march. So they don't really go that fast.
Not even Mary?
I didn't think to ask. I mean, I should have asked, but I just don't tend to think of Mary as all that useful. So I guess that's on me. I also thought that these guys would be a little bit more helpful.
I don't know what gave you that idea.
Mm.
Ooh,
But you did
Mm.
well.
I should have just told them that. I don't know. I'm not sure what would have worked with these assholes.
I wasn't expecting Selena to run off. Though I understand why she did. When she left, the telepathic network fell. So you had no idea what was coming. It's fine. We improvised.
Did we have no idea?
I mean, no idea of what exactly.
Of what exactly was going to be coming, whether you'd be leading several Minotaurs with them or coming alone.
Oh,
Or how long it was going to take for us to get there.
that's an un poquito plot hole. No, Selena would have explained. It's just Groundthrax and a bodyguard, but she definitely wouldn't have calculated how long it takes for him to walk. So, I mean, I'm glad you guys metagamed that, because that's definitely something that she would have said.
Okay.
My bad.
No problem.
Yeah. Sorry, I was kind of running up the stairs at the beginning of this, so I feel like I missed something.
No,
No,
you did fine.
it's completely logical. Yeah. You
We made the correct decision.
right, you cheated. And only because I forgot to tell you shit that you already know. The good old-fashioned, does my character know that? Yes.
Yeah, I thought I knew. Yeah, I thought Selena had said everything last week.
Right.
But
And yeah, she did, totally. Don't check the footage. I absolutely kept you abreast of everything that was going on. Don't look back and make sure whether they did or not. Everything was fine.
all right, having a week off kind of blurs the edges a bit.
It was fine.
So. Okay, well, I guess we can go visit Fairyland now.
That being
I
said,
mean,
Wait for the others.
before great idea. So the door to the mausoleum opens, and what comes out is not a deadified minotaur, but a large panther. Like a large panther. This is a fucking huge cat.
cool.
Like what's the name of the wolf god from Princess Mononoke?
Moro.
Moro, like a Moro-sized panther.
I am inclined to. I kind of want to run over and hug her, but I'm not sure how she'd react.
Absolutely not.
Mm.
And you said you needed my help.
Oh, you talk. That's the first time. Yeah. So, we're trying to
Yes.
bring down the Moloch
I know.
Express.
Like, she raises a dismissive paw and says, I know.
So we're kind of hoping that do you speak for the fairy?
No.
Or can you?
I am just here to make sure that you don't get into trouble.
Thank you.
To make sure that you mind your manners, dot your I's and cross your T's. And maybe, if I'm in the mood, I'll make sure you don't make a big mistake.
Charitable.
I appreciate it, lady. Be polite.
But she sniffs the blood of the dead Minotaur and says, I reiterate. It looks like you don't really need my help anymore, little cub.
Well, I'm definitely stronger than I was the last time I was here. And strong enough to explore more.
I would go so far to say that you're stronger than you are now.
Right? Did Cap hear that? Sorry, did Cass hear that correctly?
You're stronger than you are.
Okay.
Than you think you are, probably.
But yes, I can hear your friends bumbling about hours away. Until then, I will take a nap. Do not disturb me. And she fucking cuddles up next to the mausoleum and just like curls up and snoozes.
Before you do, would you want any grooming?
And like, she's just almost ashamed, she says yes. Do you get out a very large cat brush?
Yeah, the equivalent.
Alternatively, a large lint roller. Alternatively, polymorph into a large tongue. Not a creature with a large tongue, just a big old tongue.
Oh, hi, baby. Hello.
But Harlan, Psalm, and the rest of the party catches up. And Mary's just like, how'd everything go?
Deed is done.
Looks like it went well.
And like Rakan spots the giant cat, and he's like, oh boy.
She's resting.
Yeah, I know. Is there anything that you all want to do while you're convened before the cat wakes up?
I carefully disentangle myself from the grooming I've been doing for the past 2 hours. Whew, that's work sleep.
Definitely cleaning the Minotaur's blood off of my halberd.
This cat purrs big and loud.
So yeah, it worked basically according to plan.
Went according to my plan, yeah.
Mm.
Which
I
was
think
originally
basically
your
according
plan.
to plan. Basically, according to plan, sounds like the closest we've ever come.
And it was because you stayed out of my way, Harlan.
Happy to serve.
You look like one giant bug bite.
I am. I would like to tear all of my skin off.
Rakan says, I can arrange that.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Careful. You don't want that to be the one favor.
These leaves here can really get them off. And Cass goes to a bush. Try.
Oh dear lord.
With complete trust, Harlan plucks some of the leaves.
Do you rub them on yourself?
Do I just stick them in a pocket? Do I mash them up?
You have
Here.
to rub them on yourself.
I do so.
Oh, sorry.
And he looks at Cass and goes, "Now, how hard did you just play me?"
No, they'll keep bugs off. They smell pretty bad.
It's true.
They do a little.
Harlan, you smell like shit. Even more shit than the booze you sweat out.
Or like this smells like actual shit. Like it doesn't just smell bad. Like
It smells more like rotting meat.
Well, the bugs don't like you anymore.
Oh jeez.
I will take it.
I hope none of you are allergic to pollen.
No.
Okay, good. No joke. The entity I looked up has a fucking aura of pollen allergen.
An aura of kill pidge.
Right. Yeah, if you engage in combat with the creature, you need to make a DC 22 Fortitude save or become sickened, as the creature coughs and sneezes for 1d6 rounds after they leave the area. It's just like, oh fuck, oh, and you get fucking hay fever and die.
Hi, baby cat.
What's the name of the panther creature?
You need to pin that, I think. You did give her a name.
I thought you named her. Doesn't
Nope.
matter who.
In my description, I've never actually talked to her. I've really only seen her in the distance, or occasionally seen that she's walked right around my campsite. And might have even slept in my campsite before I woke up. But never had the name.
Ooh.
Oh, ye of copious notes.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, I've got a backup name if you don't want to go digging.
Is it
It
Nea
would be-
Kavuris?
No,
No.
that's the Kararis is the ancient elf that we talked to.
Okay.
I remember we were either at Alexander's library or Aziz's,
It was
and
Aziz.
you found some text that had a few sections that weren't redacted.
Yep, and it showed a picture.
Yes. And you're like, I wonder if this is related to the giant panther that taught me blood magic. But it would take a lot of digging for me to find those particular notes.
Her name is Shuri now.
We could use that
Clever.
as like a stand-in name and then retcon it later.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
the beautiful thing about being a weird fairy creature of great power.
Of many names.
Bitch has got a fucking bazillion names. And she rises from her slumber and just says, "Come along then." And you enter fucking Fairyland.
So, which version of Fairyland is this?
Something decidedly Sealy.
Okay. So Sealy, despite the unsealy door guardians.
Yeah, the Tombstone Fairies, they might be unsealy, but they're not as unsealy as you get, you know?
Right. It can be unsealier.
Right. Like, despite their unsealiness, they are civil. As opposed to, like, the Nuclevi, which is, like, maximum uncivil. Like, I don't know.
Is that the flayed centaur?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's another...
Something about flayed centaurs is just not appealing.
There's another fairy creature that's like it's like some sort of blade dancer. It's some sort of metal man that scrounges weapons from battlefields, and everyone he takes adds to his giant metal body. Oh, I don't remember what it's called. And then, of course, there's living spells, such as Living Blasphemy. Which might be Fae. Anyway, point is, welcome to Fairyland. All these fucking mushroom houses and shit.
I was about to say, do we cross the threshold directly into like a Fey city?
Yes, like you open up the door to the mausoleum and it doesn't open into the sarcophagus section. It opens up into the fairy city. And they got fucking, you know, big fairies wandering around and little fairies flying around, and there's like a so the city is designed like with sizes in mind. Like there's a little miniville for all the brownies and nymphs and stuff. And then for the most part there's a bunch of, they almost look like elves, but they have wings.
Wow. This place is
Good.
pretty cool.
Bright, colorful, lots of mushrooms, lots of trees growing in weird positions.
Oh, mushrooms.
Yes.
Those will come in handy later.
And you know, a lot of buildings made out of trees. What's the name? I remember the name of the Winged Elves as Kakansa.
I would not know, and I don't think my character would know either.
No.
Fey lore is not something I know a particular great
No.
amount about.
Well, in 3.5, I'm sorry, in 2nd edition, they were known as the Avariel. So I'll use the attributes of the Avariel and call them Kakansa. There we go. Problem solved. We fixed it.
I do remember the Avariel. There's that annoying Avariel elf in Baldur's Gate 2.
Yeah, she is. Oh man, I dumped her out of the party and got fucking Vaconia in there as quick as I could.
Yeah, Viconia is a lot more fun.
Not only is she's a lot more fun, and she's also a lot more powerful.
Yeah.
You get those 24, 25 levels of raw cleric, and what the fuck is your opponent gonna do about it? You slap a belt of ogre constitution on her, some gauntlets of giant strength, and give her, what's the name of that giant fuck off hammer?
Oh, Crum Freer, I think.
Yeah, you give her that Chrome Freer and just let her go. She's not gonna carry the game for you, but she's gonna really fuck some shit up. It's a little body. So yeah,
I forgot Captain.
instead of Avariel, we've got Kakansa, and the Kakansa just live in Fairyland. Like, to hear the elves say it, they would say they evolved from the Kakansa. To hear the Kakansa say it, the Kakansa would say the elves degenerated from the Kakansa.
What sort of wings do they have? Feathered or?
Like, no, like butterfly wings.
But they're full-sized people.
Yes.
Well,
The wings are probably more magical extensions. That makes sense. If a Kakansa it spends too much time in the material plane, their wings will fall off, and then they will de-evolve into the creature they were before they evolved into a Kakansa, i.e. an elf.
okay.
But they all look at you like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Cass gives herself a pinch. All right. Real, I think.
Harlan is like all smiles.
I was about to say, it is strange walking from one place to the other because, like, you were like, ah, look at all these trees and wilds and shit, and then you're like, oh, no people live here. Hello. How are you?
This place is incredible.
Yeah.
Are they speaking Sylvan then?
Yes.
It's on my list.
And
On your list to get, or on your list you already have it?
No, it is. I have it.
Oh, Meredith's got this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry.
That's
Don't worry.
Sylvan too. Well, this one I do know. So, hi there.
Most of the Kakansa turn away, but a lot of the younger ones are like, hello.
Harlan
we're-
turns to Meredith and says, how do you say hello in Sylvan?
I tell him honestly.
Aw, thanks. So Harlan will greet the people that we pass.
I'm about to say, this area is a much more tame section of the Feywild. And the Lady of Cats leads you to what is some sort of fairy palace?
Ooh.
Is it roughly human-sized?
Bigger. I don't know who drew this illustration, but it's clear that they love the Lord of the Rings, and so do I.
Caliscalathon.
My lady, any particular advice for dealing with these folk?
Speak honestly. It's only the lesser Fey you need to have fear of, ensnaring you with tricks. The greater ones have no need for such deception. If they wanted to kill you or make you a slave, they would do it.
Oh, it's good to know.
And like she says, slave with the cat equivalent of finger quotes. Like if you make a place so awesome that nobody wants to leave, is that slavery?
Cass restrains herself from offering to like scratch her behind the ear. It feels like it's, might be undignified. The Cass really wants to reach out and scratch her behind the ear.
No, it's just. Sorry, the entity you are approaching can take the form of a prairie owl once per day for up to 7 hours.
That's cool.
Right, but just like.
And also an arbitrary amount of time.
But why though?
And why a prairie owl? Yeah,
Right,
why not
like-
something else?
So they can burrow, I guess.
I guess.
I mean, you can already walk on 2 legs and dig in the dirt. Like, why do you need to be an owl for that?
The palace is shockingly empty.
Wow. This is amazing. Is this where Is this place where the magic of the wilds comes from? Is it all just bleeding over from here?
It's a major source.
But
I,
it's very empty. There's not a lot of even guards posted or
Yeah,
servants.
Like this fairy doesn't need protection or company or anything.
Apparently not. Do you approach and enter?
I'm before I go in, I'm just going to wipe something over my eyes and massage them for a second and cast See Invisibility.
Alrighty then. You spot no invisible entities.
Its duration is an hour and a half.
Sick. So do you approach the palace?
Yes.
Alright. When you open it up, there is a large but sparse room, and at the center of it, a lonely throne. And upon it is a woman, clothed in verdant lichen and flowers of bloom, meadow, sweet, and oak. This shapely maiden has skin of velvety moss and living grass for hair, her head adorned with a sunflower crown. A regal serenity graces her countenance as she approaches, her outstretched root-like hands brushing the tips of the tallest grass. The wind itself whispers around her feet as patches of clover, heather, and milkweed mark her every step. It's not too often we get visitors from the outside world. I can only assume you came here with a purpose. Your people always do.
Yes, we have. And Meredith is going to remove her helm and bow respectfully first. Did she address us in Common or Sylvan?
In Sylvan.
Okay, then I will continue speaking in Sylvan.
Cass's mouth hangs open for a moment, and she looks dazed, but then she bows.
We come here with
Fairyland does
a
as well.
proposal to destroy the Moloch Express.
Destroy it?
Cease its travel through the wilds.
I'm all ears.
We
What-
understand that your people struggle to approach the ironworks themselves, but your mastery of illusion and mental manipulation are second to none. Our plan is this. We will amass a crowd of witnesses to empower a champion, and she gestures to Mary, with their belief, and then she will derail the train.
And like the fairy queen laughs and just says, "What, with her bare hands?" And like she looks dead ass fucking serious and just says, "Yeah, with my bare hands. I'll rip it to shreds if I have to." And like the remark is cutting. Like even the queen is taken aback, just like oh, okay.
We're approaching this with a lot of conviction, but your kingdom would be useful allies to further open the minds of those attending and bear witness themselves.
I understand. I think the fair folk have an ability to unleash possibilities locked in mortal minds. You want us to open their minds.
Meredith nods.
I believe we can do this. Help them believe in something, and as such, it becomes slightly less false.
I think that one of the best ways to get the wilds to recover from this train's path is to stop keeping the Fae as prisoners in their own realm.
You would have to speak to the elves about that.
One thing at a time. And Meredith smiles.
We would like your help in entering the Elven City, though. If we were part of your delegation, they would have to listen to what we said.
Now that I think I can do. Yes.
Yeah.
It
And-
may yet be time for me to make a visit.
Oh, you'd accompany us?
I believe I would. Yes.
Cass just briefly goes down on one knee and bows her head and simply says, "My lady, I also must tell you, you are the most beautiful thing that my eyes have seen."
She blushes and gives your affectionate remark a little swat. You know, there comes a time in every monarch's life they think when they'll get tired of hearing that, but I never do. Come then, I believe it is time we gave the elves a rude awakening. And Rakan simply remarks, "How rude are we talking?" And she responds, "As rude as I need to be."
Meredith turns to Harlan and Psalm and says, "I guess we're going to the Elven City now." Mission
Well, all right.
It will be our great honor to be your escort.
Oh jeez, let's see if I can find the image I used of the Elven City.
Best behavior, we're going to be part of the delegation of the Queen.
And Harlan gets a big grin at that. Goes, "Are you serious?"
Yes.
Well, all right.
Do you really think me and Harlan would misbehave?
You? No. Zaldru? Maybe. Harlan? Yes.
In front of a queen? Ruin all our hard work?
Keep your eyes in your scope, if you want them in your head.
Yes, ma'am.
Cass is having a case of the Gimlis.
Meredith kind of laughs and rests a hand on your shoulder.
Oh, she's right. I just reach my hand up and cover your hard, spiky one.
Mm-hmm. I can see why you like this place.
Well, I haven't been here before.
No,
It's-
but you felt it.
Yeah. I've seen glimpses of what's here in different places. Places that my lady here has showed gesturing towards the cat lady.
So like, she gets all ready, and you guys are like, oh, okay, so we're gonna go walk to the Elven City, and then like, eventually she's just like, well, come on now, no need to be shy, and there's just like a door in like the back of her palace, and the Lady of Cat says, I will remain behind. I am no longer welcome in the Elven City.
I it's not an adequate gift, but long before I met you, I think I sensed you. And it's just a silly toy. But would you accept it?
Do you give her the cat doll?
Yes.
She does indeed accept the cat doll.
Oh.
And she's just like, a shocking replication. It's very faithful.
In some ways, I feel like I've always known you. Thank you for coming.
It seemed the right thing to do.
Oh.
And she accepts your gift of a delicious cat doll.
So Cass is crying.
I'll put an arm around you.
And the fairy
Harlan is definitely not misty-eyed and would resent the suggestion that he was.
Oh, my lady, I will be back.
I don't think you will.
I'll try.
Do what you need to do. But the fairy queen opens the door. It seems like it would lead into a closet. But it opens up into like the Elven Senate chambers. And she just walks through with you fucks.
Oh dear.
And takes a
Directly in
seat
the Senate.
at like her Senate seat. And like all the elves just fucking look at her and all of you and they're like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is this shit?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Oh, I hope you sluts like masked admirers.
The Harlan immediately doffs his hat.
It's just the polite thing to do.
Right? It just like instinctively, evening.
Cass takes a position behind the fairy queen in sort of like a bodyguard enforcer type role, letting I'll just be playing muscle.
Like the elves are doing their thing. And they're just like, yes, taxes and negotiation. And like the whoever it is at the front, the ostensibly the prime minister says, does the floor need to hear from our esteemed patron, the Queen of the Fae? And she gives like a dismissive wave of her hand, like whatever, I don't give a shit. And they're all like, oh, okay, we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. The gears are turning in Meredith's head.
And she like brings all of you together into a little huddle, and she just asks, which one of you is the loudest?
I probably screamed the loudest. I think Meredith has the loudest voice.
Politically or technically?
Yes, I need someone to make a big stink soon, not now.
I can be pretty scary when I put my mind to it. Would that be appropriate?
No, I'm sorry, my dear. I don't need fear of force of arms. I need fear of force of rhetoric.
Oh.
Elves don't fear death like men do. And like Rakan is there and is like, what the fuck is happening? What have I got myself dragged into?
Harlan just kind of like slowly looks over to Rakan, like, guys, I think we have our favorite.
And he just looks at you and says, you can't ask me to do this.
I want a sense motive just to see how much he doesn't want to do this.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a big number. 28.
No. Okay, alright. 28. His not wanting to do this is extremely big. You can't tell exactly what's going on, but like there's some connection between him and the Prime Minister. Like he keeps looking between your group and like the elf at the center of attention, who's like, motion pursuant to Article 12 sees appendix to Article 13. And he's just like, it keeps looking at that guy and looking at all of you and looking at that guy and looking at all of you, and he's just like, you can't make me do this.
Is there a family resemblance between the Prime Minister and Rykon?
Unfortunately, the Prime Minister is wearing a mask. It's impossible to determine any familial resemblance between anybody here.
Oh, would this be bad for your family?
It could make things complicated.
This entire situation is complicated. I invoke the favor.
What do you want me to do?
You know exactly what to do and how to say what we need to cause the largest political scene possible.
Oh no. he just oh god. Oh god.
Anything but that.
Worthy
Like-
of the Queen of the Fae.
He looks at you with tears in his eyes and he's like, you can't ask me to do this.
I will make a linguistics check.
Oh, Cass winces and feels really bad.
Bound by his own words.
With a linguistics check of 26 in the ancient Elven tongue, I invoke the favor. I didn't stutter. Make it worth it.
I need courage. Someone, somehow, lend me courage.
Cass reaches into her pack, takes out a small vial.
He just
Like
looks
the
at you and asks, what is it?
liquid courage.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Oh wait, that's the other game. Okay. I was like, it's not like the infinite fountain. You're gonna make him drink it.
It is literally a potion of heroism.
That'll do something. But say, as much courage as you can lend him, the better. Because he is about to commit political suicide.
I don't think I have anything.
We really have to do
How
this?
does that
I'm feeling a
gives
little bad.
the desk?
You know, it couldn't possibly hurt.
And then a big old smooch on the kisser.
Oh god. Please open your psalm book to Phoenix Wright cornered.
Oh, by the way, I'm still seeing invisible. Anything interesting here?
There are a lot of invisible people here. They're not doing anything nefarious. They're mostly observers who are just like, I don't want people to know that I'm here watching and listening.
I mentioned this. Meredith, there's a bunch of invisible folk here too.
Hmm. Is there some sort of check, either history or linguistics or perception, even sense motive? Are these politicians lawful?
These politicians are awfully lawful.
Okay, fantastic.
No roll is necessary. There are so many pursuance sections and subsections, as well as, like, everybody here has got, like, a giant fucking parchment notebook just filled to the brim, forward and backward, with, like, coded missives and, like, legalese, just to be like, yes, but you have neglected subsection 234, subsection quasi-section B, my friend. Like, holy shit.
There's a bunch of nerds in these courts.
Bunch of fucking nerds who get
and I'm
off
gonna
on
give
being
this guy Holt's blessing. Like, that's protection from law.
Just
I also give him a hug.
But my lord, the law says I am the law.
I am the
Fucking when Nikolai Holt tells you I am the law, just fucking
Yep.
that chaotic vibe just hits you and you're like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought, yeah, you thought, that's the problem. Shut the fuck up. But Rakan, like, looks to the Fairy Queen and she, like, holds up a hand for the Prime Minister to stop, and, like, he's so busy he doesn't, like, realize what's going on. He's just, like, he keeps doing his thing, and Rakan slams on the table and just, oh lord, he just unleashes a torrent of just full-blown legalese right to the face. And he's just like, Prime Minister, you have made a grievous error in your in how you have managed your services today. It's just like, but the Queen seated her. The Queen need not cede anything. You act and live at her grace. When she allows you to continue, that is a mercy. When she bids you stop, you stop. And he just goes off. Just like, you have broken this law, and you have slighted this subsection, and in the presence of royalty you must do X, Y, and Z. Have you forgotten this? Fucking, he goes full Gene Wilder on the Prime Minister. Fucking
Frothing at the mouth.
Good day, sir, you lose.
Right, you get nothing. forward mein consum, etc., etc. It's fucking half glasses, just fucking reading through the rules and laws. And the thing is, like, all of these guys have like books, and they're like pouring through, being like, oh fuck, oh no, what happened? Where did I fuck up? And Rakan's got nothing. This dude's going off the dome, and this is just the shit that he knows in his head.
Mm-hmm.
And there is just like a full-on commotion, and like some bailiffs approach, and he just like turns toward them with a wild-eyed glare. He's like, "What are you doing?" And they're just like, "We're just making sure that you do." You're making sure what? You're making sure that the Fairy Queen doesn't get her say? Do you mean to impugn the Fairy Queen? Do you understand what crimes you are committing? And they're like looking at him and at the Prime Minister, and they're like, well, what do we do? And like the Prime Minister is fucking exploded. He's just like, I don't, like he's been. So like a gish gallop is when you're saying a bunch of things that don't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what's a gish gallop that's all fucking kill shots? Like what? That usually doesn't happen.
I feel like it's still a gish gallop. A gish gallop is just when you don't allow people to address like individual points, I think, right? Like you list off a bunch of things, and while they may be like true or false, like you just don't stop. You just keep going.
Right.
I mean, isn't it a filibuster?
Well, the fifth like a gish gallop is a debate thing. And yes, Pith, you're right. A gish gallop is when you just like keep saying shit, but like it hurts a lot. It's far more effective when all of it's absolutely true. And just like it's like things getting a little uproarious in here. And true to his word, Rakan's voice is mighty. And just like he's able to shout down anyone who like tries to talk shit. Like someone else is like, well, I mean, sir, you can't just come in here. And he's like, I can't? Who says I can't? In accordance with, law subsection, etc., etc. As the emissary of the Fairy Queen, that's what I'm supposed to do. If you don't like it, then you don't respect the laws of this society.
What's the Fairy Queen doing in the meantime?
She's just chilling.
She's doing nothing. She just wanted
nothing.
She wanted this commotion for nothing.
Yep.
Oh, let's see.
She calls over a bailiff and like asks for a drink, and she's just like, something warm, something steamy. Could you go do that? And he's like, yes, my lady. And she's like, good boy, good man, I like to hear that. And he goes off to fetch a cup of tea. And like the uproar grows more and more powerful. I don't know what the verbal equivalent of the burly brawl is, but that's like
Are
what's
people
going
joining
on.
in, taking sides now?
Oh yeah, no, like they're like
Taiwanese parliament.
like what?
This is like the Taiwanese parliament now.
Mm-hmm. Nobody's ripping microphone stands out of their desks and beating other people with them yet. But there's like, oh, he makes a good point. We make all these rules and then we ignore them when they're convenient. And he's just like, yeah, you do. And like, he realizes all of a sudden, like the very system that he meant to manipulate and control, like now he is weaponizing it against itself. Just like, no, fuck.
You just had to push the snowball.
Oh, my bones. When the cup of tea arrives, the Fairy Queen hits it with a little ray of frost to make it the perfect temperature. So it's warm but not too hot. And she takes a little sip of that delicious chamomile and just raises a hand, and Rakan shuts the fuck up. And when he shuts the fuck up, like all of his supporters shut the fuck up, and then it's all just it's all the dissenters who are shouting, and then she like hands out a series of pen and paper to each of you all, and it's just like, start making notes. And she wants you all to take note of all the people who are still complaining.
I do.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh lord.
So I know they're all wearing masks. Are the masks uniform, or are they also wearing colors for the different houses?
There are identifying marks. Like
Okay.
there are mask styles, and then there are colors and sigils and marks.
Are there also like are there sections of Parliament and like numbered seats? Can I just like
Yes.
can you like yeah, we can just write down the numbers of the people still talking.
Yeah, and like this isn't a matter of like skill or anything for any of you. It's just like everybody gets together and they just start keeping track of everybody who's still complaining. Everybody just give me a raw intelligence roll.
Sure.
To see how quickly and how well all of y'all are able to separate, disseminate, and do all of this, like without overlapping.
Not great.
It's okay.
My great rolls are out of the way.
I'm about to say no rolling will count against you.
Mainly just like how quick and accurate it is.
Right.
Essentially, I think.
Oh baby Jesus. Oh baby
Har-
Lord.
Harlan.
Mm.
Selena's just like, you missed these ones over here.
Right, just like, oh, you did a great job. You picked up some of the ones that I missed, and that's okay.
Selena's a librarian. She's got unfair advantage.
It was literally her job to do shit like this.
Like, oh man, you picked the wrong fucking neighborhood. Fuck. Oh man. One of the latest arcs of Order of the Stick has so the dwarves are collected, and they're all, and like half of them, more than half of them, have been mind controlled by vampires, and they're going to vote whether the gods should destroy the world. And like all of the dwarves who have been dominated by vampires are like, yes, we believe the gods should destroy the world. And the rest of the dwarves are like, I don't know, we're gonna have to debate about this, but I mean, we're clearly outvoted and outmanned, so I guess there's no way we can win. And so they all vote nay, and they all accept the gods are gonna destroy everything. But before the final vote can be tallied, Durkon, the dwarven cleric of Thor, runs in with his throwing returning hammer, and if you commit violence in the council chamber, you get turned to stone. But he uses the hammer and he throws it through a skylight, which causes like a load-bearing column to crush the table, and he gets turned to stone. The vampire in charge of dominating all the dwarves is like, what the fuck are you doing?
And then the sunlight comes.
Well, no, it's not about. They're deep underground.
Oh, okay.
He's like, you might have had a chance to kill me with that enchanted hammer, and if you'd killed me, it'd have broken the mind control. But you go for the skylight. What the fuck are you doing? And Durkon's mother comes in, and the counselors are like, oh, the meeting's adjourned. And the vampire's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? And they're like, we can't carry on the meeting. And like they pull out a big copy of the rules, and like one of the rules is the meeting must take place in an unbroken table with size large enough to hold all of the council members. And because the table has been broken, the meeting can't continue. So it doesn't matter who votes what. They have to like take the time to go find another tree large enough to make a table. And Durkon's mother is like, I can't believe you tried to defeat my boy in a fight about following the rules, and just like fucking gets destroyed. It's beautiful. So, yeah, you guys have a list of traitors. And the Prime Minister's like, order? Or, fuck it, I give up. And like,
Recess, snack break, something.
fucking something.
Court adjourned? No, not that either.
No.
The shouting continues for 21 unbroken minutes. And like the queen is just sipping her tea, and she's just like, like pats Rakan on the arm, and he's like, "My life is ruined." And she's like, "In a manner of speaking, yes." Rakan Vitalis, you have sacrificed much, and that is what it means to do the right thing. And yeah, no, she just brings you all down. It's just like, it's fine, relax. They won't do anything. No, I would go so far to say that these men are too afraid of doing anything at all. And, you know, after 21 unbroken minutes, eventually the recess, like, gets enforced. Like, this isn't enforcing the, you guys need to shut the fuck up. This is enforcing the, no, seriously, Congress is over, we're done here. And, like, it takes 21 minutes to get these people under control. Not to get them to stop, just to get them to leave. And then it's just, like, the Fairy Queen and the Loyalists.
I'd always thought that elves and heart had a little bit of the wilds in them, but this is kind of depressing. I mean, you guys, you and your buds are almost cool by comparison to these guys.
Whose buds?
The fellow wardens.
Oh. And he's just like, I don't know. And the Fairy Queen just remarks, the elves are slow to anger, but they would be the last to admit that their anger cools slowly.
So we have some information.
Who do you mean to tell it to?
Moose ears for my notes' sake and for my slow brain tonight. When you say that we mark who the traitors are, does that mean the people that
anybody who is naysaying the queen must be on Connor's take?
Okay.
It's not like 100%, but like, oh,
It's
no. I'm not a fascist. I just vote with the fascists. Not to say that any of these elves are fascists, but just to say, like, that is the analogy. Like, oh no,
I just agree with all the policies.
Right, I just agree with all of their points. I don't actually think like they do. I just, think that what do you want me to vote with the loyalists over there? I'm not gonna do that. Right. Okay.
Do you have a list of the houses that we can give us?
Yes.
The ones who have been strong about opposing the Moloch Express. We can go to them. I'm not sure if this Prime Minister seems like he's all that effective. So we need to talk to somebody who can actually get things done.
This is the first piece to fall, I think. This was getting the ball rolling. As I scroll up.
Would informing the the people not in Parliament of these traders' houses help at all, or no?
It's an open secret, but there's this whole veneer of civility, and I believe that I have created a scenario where that veneer of civility can easily be stripped away if it isn't already gone entirely. I have turned their gold to niter. It's your responsibility to light it.
Well, we need to make it clear to maybe the younger people.
Of course, the
Would it-
slothful takes records.
My lady, as your escort, can we go and speak to crowds in the city and try to get the attention of folk to see if we can rise their anger? I mean,
Do what thou wilt is the length of the law. Anyone who says otherwise is a liar or a coward. You don't need my leave to do what you want. All you need to do is think of me and do what you feel you need to do.
well, Meredith,
Hmm.
I hate to say it, but you're the one we turn to for public speaking. I mean, I guess I'm not bad at it, but you're freaking amazing.
I appeal to one crowd, you appeal to another.
You want to raise rabble.
Yes. I can make myself look appealing to the houses, and you can make yourself look appealing to the youngsters. The rebel crowd.
Alright.
The more people know what happened in here today, about the shattered veneer, the better. We need to present them with our option. Remind them of their connection to the wild.
There is one little tiny problem.
Hmm.
Do these people speak Sylvan?
They speak Elvish.
Yeah, it doesn't help me a whole lot.
Rakan simply remarks, perhaps you should invest in potions of tongues.
Hmm.
Wondering
Now
what
we
that
can
would
sit-
entail here.
So you people, your folk don't actually speak Sylvan? That seems kind of short-sighted. Given where you live.
I'm assuming you're addressing Rakan?
Yeah.
I speak Sylvan. There are many who do not.
Damn it all.
Don't sound so morose.
Hmm.
You set the rules of the game, Rakan.
Yes, I did. I just didn't expect to be so defeated.
This isn't a defeat. Think of the side that you're on. It's only a defeat if you want to stay here with them.
In a manner of speaking, it's a defeat because what is happening and what is going to happen is not what I envisioned.
Well,
And you're in good company.
It seems like
it just fucking cringes, just like, ugh.
there are a bunch of people who are bought and sold. Who are bought and sold here. I mean, it's the only way to fight against that is to fight. You can't just kind of square your chin and straighten your shoulders and hope it's gonna pass. It's just more and more people are gonna get bought. So I know it's painful, but if you want to fight for the soul of your people, you did the right thing.
You don't understand. I don't expect you to.
You know something? Maybe I don't, but remember, I ran away from home when I was a kid because what I was running away from was not too different from what was going on down there.
No, I mean, how long will you live?
I don't know. We kind of have we seem to mainly die in violence. I think we can last a long time.
As long as I will?
Maybe not.
About to say, you've set me on the course to fight a battle for 700 years. Thanks.
Then you have something to live for. You're welcome.
Well, you've earned the respect of the fairy queen, and that's not nothing.
When you say that, she giggles, and she's just like, "Oh, you presume very much, Cassandra."
I'm trying to make him feel better, but
Making him feel better with lies. A very Faye
Well-
thing to do. But I believe I have preparations to make, and you do too.
my lady,
Yes.
is there any chance that you could bless my tongue with the ability to speak Elvish?
I could. Yes. But you need to let the ethereal things into your heart. I fear you only love me empirically. Can your adoration transcend your physical existence?
I'm not
don't-
sure if I understand.
I
But-
don't want you to know that I love you. I want you to believe that I love you. Can you do that? Believe in something which might be wrong.
Oh. I can try.
Good. Trying is the first step to succeeding. Can Cassandra engage in magical thinking?
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
Like the
It's,
figurative idea.
Mhm. If you asked this of Solandra, it would probably be no.
No.
But Cassandra, yeah. She has done quite a bit, has done a fair amount of it. So, yes.
In order to acquire this boon, you must change your religious affiliation from atheist to agnostic.
Oh well.
I'm about to say that is what she means when she says embracing the ethereal.
Yeah, actually, I had meant for Cass to be agnostic, actually, but there was no there was no option in D&D Beyond for it, so I just used atheist.
Oops.
But okay,
Win-win.
Cass isn't dead set against the gods. She just would basically wants them to leave her alone most of the time.
Oops.
And that's
You found a god you want to chill with.
I bow my head in acknowledgement and try to imagine it.
You believe in the fairy queen that believes in you. You change your religious affiliation to agnostic, and you gain the tongues ability.
Just temporary, or
It'll
like
go away when I tell you it goes away.
okay, cool. Why won't it let me freeform text this? It's annoying. Here we go. Okay. I'll do my best.
I should mention the Prime Minister is still here. It's the Prime Minister, some hangers-on, and you fucks. And the Prime Minister, like, sits back in his chair like a tired king. Just like, fuck.
Good.
And, like, his,
I look at Riken. By the way, is that your dad?
yes.
You might want to go over and, like... never mind.
So I should mention, like, the Masked Admirer, who is, like, in charge of the conversation, like, is not the one who fucking, like, collapses. It's another one who, like, gently pushes him out of the way just to, like, gain access to the chair and just, like, takes a seat. Like, oh, fuck.
Honestly, dads are overrated, so...
Maybe your father is.
Okay, well, I have to go and, so they know I'm part of your entourage, so no one's going to screw with me too much.
Who's
I shouldn't
entourage?
mask yours.
To whom are you referring?
The fairy queen.
Oh, when you agreed to accept the ethereal into your heart, I thought I mentioned, she leaves.
Oh.
Like, she gets up and opens up a section of wall where apparently she entered and departs. Right, because she said, you have preparations to make, I have preparations to make.
Well, probably shouldn't massacre people. So maybe I'll go over and talk to that dude and just tell him that we're representing the lady.
I was about to say, if you wish to accost the Prime Minister, you're welcome to do so.
I go over to the Prime Minister. Hi there.
Are there any other delicate equilibriums you would like to destroy this evening?
Oh, probably. Uh,
I appreciate
we're
your honesty.
yeah. I mean, your delicate equilibrium seems to be enabling a ruthless tyrant to do whatever the hell he wants to do, and disrupting all of the wilds for the benefit just of this one city. So I'm not sure if it's a really good equilibrium.
That's easy for you to say. You don't live here. You won't bear the costs. You won't bear the costs of instability here.
All I know is that you have a bunch of people here who are paid for by someone who stands for everything that you people are supposed to hate.
That's a bold accusation.
Yeah, and you know it's true. Even when you said that to me just now, you're virtually admitting that you agree with me. You didn't say it's not true. You just said it's a bold accusation.
Yes, I did.
So, we're about Her Lady's business, and we're speaking on her behalf there.
I don't see
I
her
just-
here anymore.
We're part of her delegation. And she's given me the ability to speak with you. Can't you tell that?
I can, yes. You're here speaking on your behalf. You can't hide behind the law with me.
Well,
I know you don't care. Don't try citing the old laws to me. I was there when they were written.
I'm not trying to cite any laws. I need to speak to people. And my sister does as well.
Then go then. Speak. Anyone who tries to stop you will not do so with the sanction of this council.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
You're welcome. Like
And
he
hey-
says, like a little confused, like, bitch, what the fuck? Yeah, you're welcome. What the fuck?
Hey, I'm really not a great person to talk about this stuff, but your son is less of a dick than most elves, and he really thinks he completely burned his bridges with you.
Not
And
with me.
if he didn't, you might want to just talk to him, because he's probably not going to be able to do it himself. Not that you want to take advice from someone who's been around in one of the blinks of your eyes. I know, but I know a little bit about what fathers could do and should do.
He takes after his mother. He will sink or he will swim. He's an adult. He doesn't need my help anymore.
I'm not talking about help. And I just turn and walk away.
Alrighty.
I look at, so you're doing the one thing and I'm doing the other?
Mm-hmm. We're going to find an alchemist for these two.
Hmm. Okay.
We have enough in the coffers for a few potions.
Yeah, if they're willing to do business with us.
They'll do business with us.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? The entire reason why we're here is because they love business so much.
Well,
Gold speaks louder than conviction in the Elven City. What a terrible thing.
What a terrible fate.
who's going with who if we're splitting? We probably shouldn't split more than in two.
I can take Selena and Som. You take the champions of the people.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I think Mary might be the one that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, let's see if we can get that alchemist first.
Is there an elvish alchemist willing to part with tongues potions for
Oh,
astral diamonds?
absolutely.
Oh, good.
Assalamu alaikum.
Is 150 that the usual 50% off?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the level 2 potions are normally 300.
Oh, wow. Huh.
What?
I just found a random generator. Oh boy, who wants some serpent hemp? And
Oh yeah.
clustered ball lichen.
Clustered ball.
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 I think there's a cream for that.
Right, yes. Fuck. I was looking up fucking random alchemy shop names.
Gotcha.
Was one of the random alchemy shop names clustered ball lichen?
No.
I want to go to that alchemy shop.
Oh boy. You find an elven alchemist shop by the name of Jewels of Jupiter. Oh right, I should mention. So you guys leave the council chamber, and there is like an antechamber, and there's a whole bunch of people running around, and the fucking gossip rags have already got hold of what happened. The party is now missing a Rakan and a fairy queen. Their services to your group are complete.
Do any
in addition to the potion of...
Go ahead.
In addition to the potion of tongues, I would like to get a potion of heroism to replace the one I used.
Oh yeah. But you guys get mobbed by the equivalent of reporters.
We're being paparazzi'd right now.
Yeah, it's sort of just like they all gather around with like so cameras in Septemport are little boxes with little demons in them. They move very quickly.
They're just sketching us really fast.
Yeah, no, you push the button and the demons just fucking sketch you real quick.
This is very Discworld.
Yep.
I was just about to say.
Hey, I know that you're having fun out there, but I'm all out of green. Fucking.
You said you were
demon
gonna
with a
get the
palette
art
of
supplies
paint.
last week.
But yeah, so they're like snapping these photos of you, which are magically being replicated. Just like rabble rousers, assault Senate, Fairy Queen makes words known. Like there is a pretty firm brands of propaganda, some of which are like, oh yeah, these fucking guys are coming in here and telling the real truth, and then there's like another group that's coming in here being like, oh, these people are flaunting rules and procedures. Do you see these fuckers? They're using the rules as they've been established in order to help make their points. That's unacceptable. That's cheating. Only we get to do that. You don't get to do that.
Are they taking statements?
Yes.
Then I would like to make one so as to get them to question why people were not honoring their old laws.
Give me a delicious diplomacy roll.
Yes. Oh, fantastic. Shit.
Oh no.
Well, that's as good as it can be.
Oh no.
That's a 30. That's a natural 20, my good bitch. I want them to be sure to mention that the loudest dissenters were the ones who have been paid the most by the Moloch Express.
Man, have you ever seen a talk show host just get blown up on their own show?
Mhm.
It's devastating. Excuse me, ma'am. What do you think about your brazen display in the council chamber? Oh, I think we're just exposing corruption. You know, the people. It's strange that the people who are making all the complaints are the ones who are being paid handsomely by the Moloch Express. Don't print that.
Don't print.
But it does mean like because of how you specifically design your responses, they have no workable material. They can't catch you saying something stupid. So
They can't like misquote you. Essentially.
No, all they can do is levy a series of lies. Just like, oh, they gave a very rude response to our reporter on the scene. But what did they say? But what did they say though?
Can't print that.
You know, you can't print that. We've heard these interlopers. They come in here and they abuse our gregarious charity, and you know they take over the Senate chamber, and you know they do whatever they want. But what did they do though?
Stimulated our economy.
Yeah, no, you deliver. You're not yet. You're not a gifted enough diplomat to turn the press on their head, but you are gifted enough to not say something stupid, and even better, say nothing that anyone can use.
Right. Hit him with the old ASMR politics mind games. A Verfluet classic.
Oh, jeez.
Father would be so proud.
Well, what do you think about X? Well, I think X is great. Interesting. Because when you had the opportunity to do X, you did Y. Why would you do Y when you had the opportunity to do X? It's a simple trick, but when it works, it works. But when you guys are done being crowded by paparazzi and sleazy reporters, and you're able to get out, you're able to get to the Jewels of Jupiter and buy the things that you need.
Okay.
Oh right, you so opened the doors to the council chambers and you were just fucking gobsmacked by the majesty of the Elven city.
Oh yeah, that too.
Right.
The other reason why we're here.
It's just like, all right, we're just gonna go shopping. We're gonna.
Wow.
Right, like we'd almost forgotten that we were actually in the Elven City.
There it is. Oh, buddy. Holy shit. Yeah, no, I hope you enjoy, like, natural opulence.
I certainly do.
Love that shit.
This is genuinely incredible.
Yeah. I wonder if this is all original or if any of this was paid for with money from the Mohawk Express.
That you don't know.
Does Burkhan know?
We lost him.
Rakan's not with us.
Oh,
out.
he fucked off. Okay, well that's
Yeah, as soon as we used the favor, he left.
As soon as you used the favor and broke his spirit, he was like, I'm out. And
yeah,
as
well,
soon
you
as the
can go
fairy
and be
queen got
sad
your
for 700 years.
and as soon as the fairy queen got your foot in the door, she was like, all right, cool, bye. This sounds like a whole lot of work, and I would rather cook up a bunch of drugs.
Well, we do need her to do that. So.
So, now that our faces and names are in the Elven City newspapers, I guess flying under the radar is out of question.
Well, it's really hard to fly under the radar in a city where we're the only ones who are elves.
Well, not the Elven part, but the part where now Connor knows that Connor will know that
yeah.
where we've been and what we're doing. So it might be harder now.
Yep.
Had to come up eventually, I guess. I mean, what are the odds that that no one on the chosen council and gave a good chunk of the plan to them? So he might already know.
Well, the days are ticking down.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make them go any faster or slower. I will do some math enough to let's see. So I will purchase 10 potions of tongues.
Sick.
So that's 1,500 gold pieces worth of stuff. I'll fix that math. Okay. Fixed party, gold, math later. That's 15. Plus 10 options of tongues. Each one will last 20 minutes. Presumably.
Yeah, I think that the potions we bought in the Hell Jungle had longer durations. I'm not sure if that's that's here. Didn't you say that like they were a somewhat higher caster level renowned? The ones we got from the bees.
Yeah, those are more powerful.
What level are these?
So this is a, it looks like generally a second level spell for most classes.
Yes.
So it'd be a third
second level caster.
third level
Cool.
caster, right?
Yes.
If it's a second level spell, it should be a third level caster.
Okay, so 30 minutes each.
Well, I don't know how long this is gonna. My thing is gonna last, but I should probably take one of those just in case. So, can I make a perception roll?
To determine what?
I'm looking for the outcasts, the kids who are unhappy with their lot. I'm looking for people
downtrodden.
who don't fit with the elven paradise.
Ooh, you are gonna have to go looking for them. What's the Pathfinder equivalent of investigation?
I think it's just perception.
Yep. All right. Give me a delicious perception roll. Which of the NPCs are with you? Isn't it Mary? Isn't it Mary and Harlan who are with you?
Mary and Harland, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mary suggests, okay, I hear what you're doing, but maybe we should take a day.
Just to study?
No, to rest. You look like shit.
Well, I mean, for the people I'm interested in talking to, looking like shit's kind of an asset. But, yeah, maybe take a day to just figure out the lay of the land here.
I don't mean to hold you up, and I don't want to take in the sights, but guys, hey. We need to hunker down, get our shit together.
Got no arguments here.
Oh, it is the same day, isn't it?
Yeah. No. You killed the Minotaur Lord. Same day. It's been like 2 hours.
There's a lot going on.
No, I understand. Whip at your back. Whip at your back, task mistress.
I guess I do still have some Minotaur blood in my hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's find a place to stay.
The first tavern you run into is the Sapphire Shield. On Great Coin Road, northwest of a colossal golden tree, the street outside is strewn with yellow flower petals. The inn is a 2-story building of half-timbered walls with several stained-glass windows. Accommodations consist of several large rooms with beds and wool mattresses. The innkeeper is a courteous lady elf named Aline. They've got boar, sausage, duck, eggs, pork, figs, biscuits, cabbage, shallots.
I'm sorry. No cabbage in elven cities. It's not allowed.
No. They consider it a peasant delicacy. If you want to slum it, you can have some cabbage. Cheese and biscuit.
You know what cooked cabbage smells like? It's bad.
It's not great.
That's all I'm saying.
And if you want to drink something, I hope you like gin and wine. Do you like pine cones or grapes? Take your pick.
Pine cones.
Pine cones it is. Oh my. Oh man, I hope you like unreasonably hot elves.
I do.
We all like unreasonably hot elves.
Grim would be so sad to miss this place.
Yeah, this place is fucking chock full. Like, you go in and there are already 8 people there, having lunch and a drink, and oh, Jesus Christ, holy fuck, is there a single fucker here with an appearance score lower than 16? Fucking kill me. Jesus Christ. And one of them, holy shit, oh god, that lady over there in the back who's having a glass of wine with some biscuits while she reads a book, oh, Jesus Christ, she's so pretty it hurts. Oh, fuck.
Into my notes, unreasonably hot guests.
I have been immunized by the beauty of the Fairy Queen.
Selena and Holt, Selena and Mary have been immunized by their general, just like, I don't want to call it an issue, just like lack of attraction.
Asceticism?
Asceticism, lack of sexual. They just don't. They don't.
They're ace as fuck.
They're so ace. Just like, don't you get it? She's hot. I hear what you're saying. I don't understand it.
You realize that's the problem? I mean,
It'd be like looking at a Michelin star restaurant menu that serves all of your least favorite foods.
the one
Like,
thing
great.
I did pick up about Marduk is he actually fucked Kira.
Oh,
So-
no.
What, you're saying he didn't?
No.
Mm-mm.
Their marriage
No,
was
what?
a sexless one. An open one, but a sexless one. Between the two of them, anyway.
You're saying he was married to the god of the goddess of fucking.
Yep.
And he didn't fuck her?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct. That is what I'm saying.
Holy crap.
I mean, on the one hand, he did definitely recognize her beauty, and he was in love with her. But, like, just not something he was into. He appreciated her keen mind, loving heart, and her keen mind and loving heart. Yes. And like I said, they had an open thing going, and they adopted some kids. I'm sorry if I've spoken to the contrary, but I've decided recently
No.
that no, that never came up. My lord, someone's fucking the queen. Yup. And?
Someone's got to do it.
Do you want to do anything about that? Like what? Stop her? Whoa, 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 hold on. I don't own this woman.
Oh. I thought people were stupid and confusing. God seemed to be worse.
I will go and secure us some lodging.
Ooh. Oh, jeez. You talk to the bartender, Alim.
Any of the patrons here in my target demographic?
No, this place is a little too high class for that.
I guess I should wash my hair. Miniature blood kind of congeals a bit.
But you approach Alim Meredith, and she's just like, I've heard of you all. You don't need to pay. If you don't eat more than your fill, you're welcome to stay here as long as you need.
Our thanks. Are there baths that we could make use of?
There are, yes. I hope you find the hot springs palatable.
At this point, I think I would find a bucket palatable.
Fuck. So I should mention the bathhouse associated with the Sapphire Shield. It's a little weird. So there's a drain in an earthy pond filled with steaming water, and the water flows up the waterfall to go somewhere else.
Oh, neat.
Magic.
So the water's coming up the drain?
Yes.
Huh.
The water comes from somewhere else. Yeah, and then goes up the waterfall to go somewhere else.
So that means if we were to pee in the water, that would probably go up. Oh,
Yes.
interesting.
This is true.
It doesn't sound particularly sanitary.
Probably not.
And if you stand in the waterfall, the water will come at you from below.
But
It
it
has
kinda
all
angle
sorts of
yourself.
interesting applications.
Fantasy
Water
Arab.
is a delightful 110 degrees.
Oh, fantastic.
I'm reminded of Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin.
So you know how people like sunbathe their buttholes?
Oh, yes.
Isn't that Gwyneth Paltrow who does those?
There's a
behind
lot
that?
of people who do it.
And Josh Brolin was like, "That sounds
Cranium
like."
stunning.
So he tried it, and he got sunburned to fuck.
Fellas, is it gay to sunburn your taint?
No, but it is very unpleasant.
Yeah, it's not the most comfortable feeling, I don't think.
Imagine being the sun god Ra.
No, you're
I
just
don't
staring at dude's ass all day.
I don't want to see this shit.
It's the reason we get solar eclipses.
I've turned off the sun. Stop bleaching. Stop tanning your asshole now. Go away.
It kind of makes me think of Frank Sinatra.
Oh,
Did
no.
he also sunburn his taint?
What? No, old brown eyes.
Wait, what dumb thing did Sinatra do?
Take your pick.
His nickname, Old Brown Eyes.
Oh.
I'm dead. Kill me.
Cold tap.
Okay.
So, you have a tavern that you can use as your base of operation, filled with unreasonably attractive elves.
Fantastic. I love it here.
Wonderful.
No, Old Blue Eyes, actually, not brown eyes, but that's not a good job. Not as good a job.
Well, I'm definitely going to take advantage of the hot springs, considering my level of fatigue.
Oh, are you still fatigued?
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Only first level though. I'm also still missing a point of con. I don't regret summoning that demon, but it did take a toll.
Oh, baby Jesus.
Oh?
Yeah, don't worry
Yeah?
about it.
Hmm? That's exactly the tone of voice where I do start worrying about it, Mr. DM.
I just need to... I think I have successfully... Yes. Oh, baby Jesus.
Are there any cats in the tavern, by the way?
Yes.
I'll after the bath. I'll just look down at one of them, crouch down, meet its eyes, and say, "Tell her thanks."
It nods.
And I give the cat scritch.
The cat appreciates the scritches. Welcome. Oh God, that. Ooh, that did not work.
Blob, no.
Yeah,
Blobnull.
Blobnull.
Obnulls.
You ain't never been a Blobnull? Come on.
What's the? Is it Bob Knoll? Or someone? What's the name of? There's like a famous person whose name is similar to that.
Oh, you mean Bob Dole, the politician?
Probably, yeah.
Wasn't Bob Dole like just really fucking dumb?
No.
Okay.
He was quite bright.
Okay. I just remember all of the Bob Dole jokes, and I didn't know if he was actually like really dumb or just like, hey, he's a politician, we're gonna make fun of him.
What?
He was pretty old by the
Insanely
time those
packed
jokes came.
city. What the fuck?
Yep.
That's
This
so
is-
tight.
This is a metropolis. All of the elves live here. I hope you like 40,000 fucking elves.
It's
I
like,
do.
It's like fantasy Portland.
The dream of the 90s is alive in Elf Portland.
Hellhoundsboro.
Yep.
That's interesting. I wonder if I can find any allies there.
I spend a little time talking to the bartender.
What do you need, Shug?
Just chat, flirt. How do sort of leading into the question? How do people feel? I mean, not the leaders, but how do people feel about the Mohawk Express? It seems like it's like against everything that I thought elves believed in.
I think the problem is that most people don't think about it. They think it's so far away that it don't matter.
It's not far at all. It's cut through the wilds. It's, do you folks still think of yourselves as children of the wilds?
Come with me. And she leads you upstairs to a balcony area, and she points around as far as your eye can see. And she's just asked, "You see any Moloch Express?"
Well, I imagine when it passes, you can see the smoke on the horizon.
Nope. I can feel it. I know there are other people who can, but they can't see it. You're days away, little lady. Deeper in the wilds than you've ever been. Twisted through time and space and forest magic to our dear sweet home. And most people don't go too far afield from it. You say we're creatures of the wilds. A lot of people forget that because of the annex we've carved out here.
But I can feel it. And I can feel, even though there's less of it here, I can still feel and smell the greenness, feel the energy. It tips my fingers and tip of my tongue.
Yep.
I know that this is the wilds, even if it's pretending not to be. Don't your folk know that anymore?
No, I don't think they do.
Can we try to help them remember?
I think so. Some of them. But there's some people you're never gonna convince.
Fuck them. Well, actually, I'd rather not, but, you know. You know what I mean.
I do. BT Dubs, welcome to the Bright Crown District.
If I wanted to talk to kids and people who might be receptive, where would be a good place to start?
Ooh, you're gonna want to go far from here. Bell, Mere, Mastiff, and Hellhound are your best bets. Maybe Hart and Hartsfell. The outskirts. You want to go around the outside.
Why would they name a place Hellhound in here?
Who do you think they killed to get it?
You seem to not be like... You're more like what you guys are supposed to be.
Close, but I wouldn't say close enough.
You need to come out into the real wilds.
That's
See
a
how
hell
they
of
get.
an idea.
It's not as safe as here, but it's the most real thing there is.
Do you need something, Shug? It sounds like you need a seat.
Did you say I need a seat?
A seat.
I'll sit.
Now you just take a moment and you think about what you're gonna do. Okay. And she leaves a little bell next to you and says, "You need something? You just rang."
I smile and thank her.
Meredith's going to grab a table with a gin cocktail and be muttering under her breath with a piece of scrap paper going over what she thinks she might need to say in front of these House representatives. Needs to be efficient, needs to be clear. Don't know how formal I need to be with these people.
As always, Selena and Mary grab a table and just start chatting. But what do Sam and Harlan do?
I want to sit next to Meredith and I want to just kind of observe, see what she's writing.
Not a bad idea.
It's mostly written in Elvish, but she has what looks like a bank of keywords written at the top of this piece of paper that she's drawing lines and arrows towards different sentence positions. Kind of like she's assembling a puzzle.
But Would the current gossip around town help you make your choice?
Maybe.
So I can send my feelers out to kind of get a feel of what's going on around town, what people are talking about.
Yes. That would be remarkably efficient.
I'm gonna cast insect spies.
Ooh.
Woohoo!
I'm gonna send. I get 1 insect every 4 levels. So right now I think I have 2 because we're level 9.
Yeah.
So I can just kind of, and they last 10 minutes per level.
Yeah.
And I don't have specific questions, but I want them to go in like different directions to maybe like if there's 2 neighboring districts that have like one might have like one might side like with one political party and the other with the other one, and just kind of see I want to kind of get information about like what they think is.
So your 4 targets are the market, the cathedral farthing, the dale farthing, and the brook burrow. You have 2 insects, so you can send 1 to 2 of them.
Right. So I mean we're in Bright Crown, so I'll send 1 to the cathedral farthing and 1 to brook burrow.
Ooh. Let me look up Oh boy. Okay. The one in Brookborough finds a monolith of rune-carved stone, at which there is a preacher who just cries out to anyone who will listen, just like the new guests have come and they speak the truth as I do. There are those who passed by this marker that holds the names of those who died at the Battle of Darkwood. They have forgotten the faces of our ancestors, those who fought and bled and died to ensure that this city may continue to exist. And when they pass, they ignore my words and they ignore the words of these newcomers who speak the truth, that the Moloch Express is a blight. Our people sold a portion of their homeland in exchange for trinkets and baubles.
Glittering gold.
What?
Glittering gold.
Glitter
trinkets
and
baubles.
Gold, paid for in blood.
Blood.
And at the cathedral farthing, wow, you find on the opposite end of the spectrum another holy preacher giving a sermon. Except this is a big old cathedral to Corellin Lorethian. And this sermon is much more even-handed. The preacher is not bashing the Moloch Express, nor is he celebrating your arrival. He's talking a lot of equivocating, just like, no. We all need to balance is the way of Corellin Lorethian. The light of the moon guides us, and it tells us not to take things too dearly in one direction or the other. I am not saying that you should be for the Moloch Express or for these new interlopers, or against them or against the Moloch Express. I am only saying that if we try too desperately to change what we think is wrong, we will lead all of Elven society to ruin.
Go not to the elves for counsel, for they will say both yes and no.
I relay
Well-
this
well played.
information to Meredith, and I also add that maybe in the first district might be our best bet to get like a foot in. Maybe not for us, but maybe for Cass.
I think that's a good idea. I like the fervor of that first priest. I think that he might be able to gather a following if we give him a bit of better direction. Tone the madman down a little bit, just a touch.
And he speaks of the wilds, which I know Cass cares very much about.
I think that could lend some authenticity to her rhetoric. Elves do love their rhetoric.
Oh, they love it. One of the things about being so long-lived is that you can afford to spend so much time talking.
Corellin Lorethian. Can I make a knowledge religion check on that?
You may!
Fantastic. 25?
Just a moment.
Mm-hmm. Equivocating, I could work with that. It's a man that says things like that is a man that wants to always appear reasonable.
This man loves logic, facts, and reason.
And so, we can appeal to that logic.
This is true.
If he wants to talk about balance so much, that's where we'll get him. Because he can't look me in the eyes and deny that the world isn't falling out of balance.
Not just that, the Moloch Express is throwing the entire wilds out of balance.
Right.
It's completely disrupting the ecosystem. And if he truly believes in balance, he can't deny that.
Balance existed because of the elves' alliance with the Fae. Introducing a third party wasn't in their original contracts.
Oh dear God, Corellin Lorethian. Prick. They are the creator of all elves.
Okay.
And they're known as the Protector. They're the patron god of elves. They created and preserved them, governing those things held in the highest esteem among elves, such as magic, music, the arts, crafts, poetry, warfare, and wine. Oh boy, Corellin hates them some Lulth. Holy shit, they hate Lulth so fucking much. Their titles are Ruler of Elves, Creator of Elves, Parent of Elven Kind, First of the Seldarine, Preserver of Life, the Protector, the Big Fairy, and the Lord of Cowardice.
Lord of Cowardice. Why?
Oh, that's probably not one of the official titles. It's probably like what the orcs or the drow call them.
Oh yeah, Corellin is all about big preservation. He's not about taking risks. There are a lot of scenarios in which Corellin or his war host will appear, look at what's going on, and say, "Oh, you're fucked. I'm out."
Well, actually, fuck that.
Right, like whatever the opposite of Helm's Deep is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in the movie at least, the elves show up and they're like, yeah, well, a lot of us wanted to go off to the Grey Havens, and the rest of us were like, fuck it, we'll die for Middle Earth. Whereas, the war host of Krell and Lorethian is like, oh, you want me to do what? With what? No.
Hell no.
He's
Fucked.
giving him the Zaji treatment. I gotta go somewhere else. And oh no,
got a
my
cramp.
stomach's really upset. I can't do this right now.
So a lot of legends consist of battles upon which Corellian shows up, sees what's going on, and the last thing the losers see is Corellian leaving. And of course, those who survive the losing side say he was a coward and Corellian pussied out, and Corellian Lorethian's response is, "I'm not gonna get into a fight. I can't win." The elves don't win battles by taking risks.
The thing that mainly the stuff about Krillin isn't so bad, but the thing I didn't like about him was the way he treated his daughter Elistre. Was pretty lousy.
Oh yeah, that is naughty.
Yeah.
Cause she goes off to do like dark elf things, and he's like, "I don't have a daughter." Like, is something like that.
She's like the token good drow goddess.
Right.
But she doesn't get a lot of support from the Sildarine.
Nope.
But yeah, I'll share
I'm
this,
going to
information.
interpret. I'm going to interpret that as Illustrae saying, "No, I can rehabilitate the drow," and Corellian's response is, "I don't have a daughter anymore."
Well, his response is, I'm not going into a fight I can't win.
That's a part of it. No, this is the Illustrae thing is definitely I hate the drow so much I don't want. No.
It's because he thinks he can't win the fight.
No, that's racism. That's like pure racism. It's anybody who would consort with the drow are not anybody that I want to know. What's that? My daughter wants to consort with the drow? What daughter?
Saw you talking to a drow once. You're dead to me.
Right, like...
Oh, you speak Undercommon? You motherfucker.
You speak Undercommon? You better only know the curse words. No, I think I can open up a robust dialogue with the out. Out of this house!
Out of my house!
Yeah.
So a god of contradictions.
In many ways, yes. Well, he is a god of elves. So, in a way, he reflects and generates elven attitudes.
And notoriously, neither male nor female, or both whenever they care to be.
Yep. They generally prefer to be neither, but they will adopt one or the other if it is quote-unquote necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Progenitoring the elves, they will adopt whichever form is most advantageous. Do I need to make a bunch of elves? I'm gonna be a dude and knock up a bunch of elves. Do I need to make one super elf? I'm gonna be a lady and I'm gonna carry that elf baby to term. And this elf baby is gonna be the most powerful elf baby ever.
When you tell Coral and Lorathan to go fuck themselves, it happens.
Right, they're like, okay.
That is your desire.
What? No, it's an insult. What?
Oh, no.
I
So to
imagine
appeal
a whole
to
lot
them,
of confusion about the whole concept.
we need to make the focus on restoring balance in talking to them. They don't like risks, so we have to tell them how many odds are in their favor.
Ooh.
Convince them that this is a winning bet.
If you can convince them that going against the Moloch Express is joining the winning team, and maybe even more deliriously that it won't really change anything anyway.
Do we tell them that we can swing this in their favor more by telling them that we have an alternative to the Moloch Express?
Is Cass around for any of this conversation, or is she still?
We're talking at the table. We're not being particularly quiet about it.
Yeah, you may join if you wish.
Yeah, I think Harlan's there because he's hanging out with the only people that speak the same language as him.
Oh
That's
man, I
fair.
know that feeling.
I mean, one thing you could do is, if these are the types of people who don't like change, well, the Moloch Express must have been a massive change, a massive disruption of what was there before. And it's only been around for like, what, a couple decades? So for
Yeah.
a lot of these guys, it's still the new thing. So maybe you can pull in some of the more conservative folks too. Yeah.
Back to
I
the
mean-
good old days.
Yeah. Things were fine before the Moloch Express. Things were good before the Moloch Express. Are things any better? Is this the reason why the Fae have stayed away?
She's making note of this.
Well, it would have to be, right? They don't like machines.
But they do
Oh.
like shinies. Shinies mean status, and status is good.
Not when the shinies don't make your magic not work.
Oh, no. The elves don't have a problem with that kind of magic.
Oh, okay.
They are wizards.
If they lose the favor of the wilds, I mean, it seems like the risks of who's getting the benefits, just a handful of people. And if they lose the favor of the wilds, it's going to affect all of them.
So the way I see it, Cass, it feels like to me you will be recruiting manpower. You'll be. It's up to you to determine how many people show up at this party. And Meredith, I see you as getting money. Talking to rich, out of touch, disaffected elves, being like, well, actually, when you think about it, this
Yeah,
party
that's
is
going
going
to
to
be-
rule and is going to quietly destroy the Moloch Express and bring things back into a more perfect union and harmony. But not too destructively, of course. Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm. I definitely plan on talking to this Corellin Lorethian priest. We also have a number of houses that oppose the Express, some of them more openly than others. She plans on making a statement for each of these,
Hell yeah.
which I can, fast track by just typing it out and making rolls.
Well, I was about to say, it sounds like we've got a lot of preparation to do.
Yes, please.
I propose that we call it for this week and begin again next Saturday.
I would appreciate that so that
And-
I can organize my thoughts.
We'll say some shit and make some rolls and do some scouting and I don't know, maybe kill someone who's important. I don't know, I'm not your dad.
Yeah, I'm into all that. Fucking great
All of these
progress
things
tonight,
sound good.
gents.
I think next week is good, and then the week after
The
is
week
bad.
after-
Is bad for both for us and for me and for you guys.
Maybe.
Mhm.
I've got a family barbecue on Saturday. I don't know if I'll be back in time, so I will keep you posted.
Cool.
Sounds good.
No worries. I took good notes this sesh, so